remarks about the thin skin of the LGBT community and the so-called cancel culture. But the Netflix CEO said, nope, stand-up gets artistic freedom's different for stand-up. A guy who doesn't like government intrusion. He's no fan of the cancel culture, I don't believe. Joins us every day as he brought to you by Penn Flooring, Just Shipped, and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. Galen Unall joins us from Life South. Galen, the cancel culture is large and in charge again this morning, I guess.
Well, I mean, with John Gruden just resigned.
He took the easy way out. He took the easy way out.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Yeah, so you can't say that's cancel culture because he resigned. The owners were behind him. The locker room was behind him. He just chose to just walk away. The Netflix CEO is a little bit different. Netflix is you cannot watch, and I enjoy Netflix, but you cannot watch Netflix without having at least one, maybe 7 members of the LGBTQ community in it. So my wife and I, when we're watching the Netflix special, we always, before it's, within the first 15 minutes, we're like, oh, I wonder which one of these is going to be the person, the token is what we say. And in every single series on Netflix, there's one of them that's in the other, right? And I find it fascinating. If you look at the casting, they try to have every single color in the rainbow represented. So the Netflix CEO, at some point he's going to have to take a stand.
Well, he's actually suspended 3 employees. One of them, a trans employee, who criticized the new special from Dave Chappelle because they crashed a meeting of top executives. They tried to bull rush into a meeting and screaming that things need to change, and they did. He suspended all 3 of them for insubordination, and they're up for termination as well. Now, how's that going to set with the LGBTQ community?
Well, I don't care who you are or what you are or who they are, right? There is a time and a place for everything. You can't just think that you're and this is what Dave Chappelle was saying. He was saying that these people are so protected they think they can get away with anything, right? I mean, the baby in his example I thought was pretty good. Killed a guy at a Walmart, but he went on to a great career. But he said one wrong thing about the trans community, and now they're going to kill him. It makes no sense, and that's where these people are. They think they're above the law. There is no such thing. I'm not a big believer in white privilege, but it's nothing compared to LGBTQ privilege, right? I mean, where are you at, Tom? If you think, what? Let's just say I'm a director, right? At a major organization, I think I could just break into a boardroom and there not be any consequences to that.
No, but if you're part of the LGBTQ community, you think you can do whatever you want, because if anybody says anything to you, they're being discriminatory to you.
Correct.
Correct. And they need to go, and that's how they look at everything.
Yeah, and it's amazing that they'll get that affirmation from their own group, and you've just completely lost sight of what you're doing. And let's be clear, you're in a very powerful position to further your cause.
Yes.
If you were at Netflix, right? Your voice is obviously being heard. And that's the other thing, and Dave Chappelle, we watched the special, my wife and I. She's not a fan of Dave Chappelle. I am. I have been for a very, very long time. But when he talks about punching down,
yes,
what does that even mean? I don't understand that. The punching down, it makes no sense. So,
I will tell you, from a comedian standpoint, and I've, for the better part of 25 years, I've, at one time for 4 years, I was a touring comic that toured all over the Southeast with comics Jamie Morgan and Monty Allen. and the three of us toured all over the Southeast for almost 4 years. The three of us were a group together that would tour around comedy clubs. And as a comedian, as somebody who's done it for a while, does stand up, what Dave Chappelle did in that special was genius to comics. Genius. It may be one of the best comedy specials I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well,
I mean, it's no Eddie Murphy Raw, but
no, it's much better than Raw to me. Much better.
no. Well, maybe to you.
But to comedians, if you hear comedians across the board talk, they say that this is quite possibly a bell tower for comedy, in a time where comedy's taking it on the chin.
That's true, and Dave Chappelle could get away with it. And let's be clear, this is going to be Dave Chappelle's last special on Netflix.
Oh yeah, it was the last one. It was the last one, and
they're not going to re-sign him.
No, but I firmly believe this was the 5th special out of 5 that he had signed for, and I think he knew that he wasn't going to get re-signed, and that had a lot to do with some of the material he covered.
Sure, there's no doubt. And again, I think he said some things that needed to be said in a public venue, and I've always found Dave pretty funny, and I think a good comic makes you a little uncomfortable, and then afterwards you think about it, and you're like, man, he was right. And comedy, it's okay for comedy to, not everybody can do Laurel and Hardy.
Nah.
Right? Who's on first?
That was Abbott and Costello, but okay.
Abbott, yeah, you're right, Abbott and Costello. I'm sorry, but again, you can, and I love the Three Stooges too. So there's room for everybody to come and speak, but arguably the best comic, the top 5 anyway, are all pretty edgy in their day. You look at Eddie, you look at Richard Pryor, look at George Carlin, and
Lenny Bruce.
Lenny Bruce, sure.
All the way back to Lenny Bruce.
Andy Kaufman, I didn't really understand a lot of what he was trying to say, but he was weird, but that's okay. I think there's a place for that.
Andy Kaufman was weird, but to a lot of people in the comedic world, he was a genius. The fact that he could get a whole room, to laugh at just him lip syncing the Underdog tune was genius. But, and by the way, you spoke about Eddie Murphy earlier. Eddie Murphy would be canceled by his culture. The pull over joke would never, the LGBT community would be so on Eddie Murphy for that joke now. I'm surprised they haven't. I'm surprised they hadn't told Netflix and Hulu to take those down. That Raw and what was the other one? It was Raw and
just went right out of my brain.
Yeah, it was Raw and one other one. Somebody out there in the
Delirious.
Thank you. I'm surprised they hadn't taken those off Netflix and Hulu and stuff yet.
Well, there's a, the thing with Eddie is that one, there's a reason why he doesn't do comedy anymore, right? He doesn't do comedy anymore, but I also don't think he wants to face that crowd of answering. I just think he likes to be left alone, and he does his voiceover work for Shrek and makes $45 million. And I think he's good. I think he's fine.
Well, I'm hosting a comedy show this Saturday night at the Hilton Garden Inn, and I'm telling you, there are no parameters that have been placed on us.
I've tried to find tickets to that, but you won't send me the link. I don't know.
It's on my face. Oh, you don't have Facebook? I have to send that to you. I have to take a picture of that card and send it to you.
I've been asking.
But
yeah.
There's no constraints. But there's certain jokes that I won't tell now because I'm seriously worried about the fallout, and I have to worry about, in this town. Not that it's that precocious of a town, but I have to worry about the fallout, how it affects my wife and her business, how it affects the radio station and their business.
And if you notice, these people who get canceled, it's not what they're saying to their audience. It's what people film and put on social media.
100%.
That's what gets people, and that's part of this. It's like, all right, there are jokes that I'm going to tell my friends that I've known, for a very long time that I probably wouldn't say publicly. and there is that for some. And when you go into a comedy club, you know you know what you're going in for, right? You know before you step foot into that theater, you know who that comic is, you know what they're about. Because if not, then well, that's kind of silly. But that's not nobody gets canceled there unless you're
Michael
unless you say
Richards,
something
unless
really
you're Michael
egregious.
Richards,
Right.
who needed to be canceled.
Right, but the rest of the people, it gets filmed and then altered, and then as Dave Chappelle said, somebody writes an article, and those are the talking points that everybody takes from there on, and no one does their own research now. You know, they take whatever news outlet they're in that slant, they take that as gospel.
100%.
So,
and you know, doesn't news have some culpability here? With this cancel culture?
No.
Doesn't it, with the cancel culture? The media, hadn't the media. Well, let's talk about that on the other side of the break. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Galen Unall on the line with us from Life South, brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. They're located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street here in Ocala. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions, give Palm Garden a call, 352-854-6262. We'd also like to thank family-owned and operated Penn Flooring, serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. Penn Flooring owes every bit of their success to their unrivaled customer service. They specialize in both commercial and residential flooring. Go see their amazing showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street here in Ocala, or give them a call at 352-351-3420. And, of course, Just Ship. They've flipped the script on shipping. Before, you had to buy the tape, you had to buy the bubble wrap, you had to buy the box, you had to put your item in it, package it up, then go stand in line at the post office or the UPS store. Well, Just Ship's taking all that aggravation from you. They come pick up your item for a small pickup fee plus postage. They'll package your item, they'll tape it up, they'll box it up, they'll go stand in line at the post office or the UPS store, saving you time and money. And we know, as everybody knows, time is money, so they save you money on top of money. JustShipped.net. Galen Unall from Life South joins us. Galen, before we went to break, I asked you, do you think the media, the leftist-leaning, opinionated, not giving us the news but giving us their opinions only, and if you don't agree with them, you're wrong, media, you don't think they have any culpability in this? The cancel culture?
No, and it's Twitter and Facebook. It's people in social media. That's what drives this, right? If you're going to blame someone, that's who you put the blame at. Again, nobody gets canceled because of a TV broadcast because nobody sees it. People get canceled because of what they see on social media.
So you don't think the CNNs of the world and the NBCs of the world and the MSNBCs, you don't think they do anything to support and keep cancel culture in the forefront and try to destroy people? Like, and I'll give you a prime example. Yesterday, every news outlet I watched, I watch Fox News in the morning, I watch CNN and MSNBC every morning when I wake up and I'm getting breakfast and everything. All three of them led the half hour off with John Gruden.
Well,
there's more going on in the world than John Gruden.
You don't think an NFL coach making those remarks is newsworthy?
No, I didn't say that. I just think there's more important news in the world that it shouldn't lead the half hour.
Well, that's a different conversation, isn't it? I mean, there's 24 hours of news coverage. They're going to talk about John Gruden.
Oh, of course they are.
Popular TV event in the United States. They're going to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't think it's the lead story as the way they all framed it. And I think by framing it as the lead story, they've said the LGBT community or the community. Yeah,
well, first of all, it's not. It's a racial thing. It's not LGBT.
No. There's a lot of people upset with him calling Roger Goodell a homophobic slur. There's emails that have surfaced now where he called Roger Goodell a homophobic slur, said he didn't have any backbone because he forced Jeff Fisher to draft a bunch of, and he gave homophobic slurs again. So the Demarius Smith thing was there, but there were also a lot of derogatory homophobic slurs about Roger Goodell and the fact that he, according to John Gruden, forced the Los Angeles Rams to draft a gay player.
Okay.
So
I mean, I don't know what would you like them to do? Ignore it?
I don't think it's the lead story. That's all I'm saying. I think there's enough strife going on in this world with gas prices and inflation and how Joe Biden's handling everything he's doing out of the administration that's much more important than an email John Gruden sent in 2012.
Okay, and I think people are sick and tired of talking about all those things. And John Gruden is right there, and everybody knows him. I would disagree with you. I mean, worked in the newsroom. You probably would lead with John Gruden. What else are we going to say about how bad of a job that Joe Biden's going to do?
Well, I would like to say it every day from the mountaintops and talk about the border. Talk about the border and how ridiculous that is and everything. Yeah, but I'm a small hometown radio show. Why isn't the national news doing it? Why does the national news think John Gruden's more important than the border?
I just told you. Nobody said he was. What my point is I think they get a little tired of it. And guess what? Now that he's resigned, news cycle will go away, right? And they'll move on to something else.
Yeah. Well.
But I mean, I'm sorry, Tom. It's news.
I didn't say it wasn't news. I didn't say it wasn't news. I just don't think it's the lead story.
Well, then okay. I guess it all depends on what hour you're listening to. I'm sure Tucker didn't talk about it. I'm sure Hannity didn't talk about it.
Well, they're opinionated shows. They're not supposed to be. They're not the news. Okay.
Well, that's where most people get their news from now, anyways. Opinionated shows.
Well, that's because people are idiots.
I don't. The reason he got canceled, one, is he wrote it. This isn't a.
Yeah, he didn't do what Herm Edwards said. Don't press send. He pressed send.
Well, there you go. So he canceled himself. Sorry. And again, if you're the face of a multi-billion-dollar franchise, you're the owner. You can't do that.
Well, Mark Davis took his resignation, understood why he did it, and now he's never going to work at ESPN again. I promise you that.
So he doesn't have to. I don't think he would have wanted to go back anyway.
So next time you see Chucky, you're only going to be able to see him walking through Disney World. I've ran into him three different times at Disney World, and all three times in line at Space Mountain.
That's awesome. Well, I think he didn't get canceled. He resigned.
Well, I think he resigned before he could go through the problems that would have canceled him.
Yeah, but he brought them on him. So we all agreed what he said was wrong.
Yes.
And again, this isn't this was to another NFL professional.
Another NFL executive with the Washington Football Club.
Well, there you go. Yeah, he earned that.
I just, once again, can't use the morals of today to police yesterday. That's my moniker. Just can't do it. Can't do it.
He could have survived and he chose not to.
Yeah, he took the easy way out. I will tell you that Gruden took the easy way out. I think he could have weathered the storm, like you said, because the owner and the locker room, he hadn't lost either one of them. So I think you're right. He could have probably weathered. He could have probably weathered that storm.
It's up to him. It's up to him. If he wanted to, he could just stand there, do a press conference, take it for 3 days, and it would have been done.
So we got about 2 minutes to go in this segment. We're done with Galen at 8:30 today. He's got some obligations he has to take care of. So with that being said, yesterday, the best team in the American League eliminated walk-off style again by the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox move into the championship series. Is there a chance that we could see two teams with Boston ties in the World Series playing each other?
I hope so.
So do I.
Series for the Red Sox.
So do I.
They couldn't have played better. I mean, they Erod comes out, throws 5 innings. He looks fantastic. And 2 scoops, hit that 3-run bomb, and I was happy.
Very, very, very reminiscent of the Braves game that took place in the afternoon, where pitcher for the Braves comes out, pitches five good innings. Reliever comes in, then Jock Jones on not Jock Jones, Jock. Why can't I remember his last name now?
Hey, all right. Let me tell you where the Bloodmobile is.
Yeah, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today is at the Walmart out in the shore, so come by and see us and just give the gift of life and donate blood.
Galen, you know, for Life South. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye all.
So yeah, the Braves also won last night to go up 2-1 on the Milwaukee Brewers in Atlanta. In Atlanta, so looking good for maybe a Red Sox Braves World Series. Who knows? Because somebody's still got to get past the winner of San Francisco, Los Angeles. So coming up, we got an interview at 35 after. We're going to be talking with, excuse me, let me pull it up so I can tell you who we'll be talking to. We'll be talking about diabetes and pre-diabetic people. All that to come up yet still right here this morning. Plus 9 o'clock, Carol Ann Baldwin, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin will be here taking your calls. And then Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Auto, he'll be here at 10. All that still to come on a Tuesday edition of Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
A major thoroughfare was closed and mandatory evacuations were ordered on California's central coast on Monday, as powerful winds swept across the state, fueling a rapidly growing fire near Santa Barbara, California. Federal authorities said U.S. Highway 101, which stretches from California through Washington state, was closed near Santa Barbara after the alyssal fire erupted Monday afternoon in the Los Padres National Forest. The fire has burned roughly 4,000 acres as of this morning. As Southwest Airlines has canceled more flights, the company appears to be hiding the actual reason for the cancellations. Some are saying the pilots will not obey a vaccine mandate and are not showing up to fly for the Texas-based company. Oddly enough, Republican Governor Greg Abbott on Monday banned any entity in his state, including private businesses, from mandating coronavirus vaccines for its workers or customers. This is USA Radio News.
What better gift to give your loved ones than the gift of good health?
And where better to buy those good health gifts than sunny-bay.com? Hey, it's great that you're hearing this message now because buying your holiday gifts from Sunny Bay early will save you money. And that's just one reason why Sunny Bay is in business and has been for over 15 years, helping you with fashionable and useful products for better health. See our unique and quality-made travel pillows or our unique neck and body wraps that help immediate pain relief and deep muscle relaxation. Come in a wide variety of uses, apply hot or cold therapy, and are all made in the USA. See our great selection, affordable prices, and wonderful health products at sunny-bay.com. And remember, order early when our stock is high and shipping is fast. Just click sunny-bay.com. That's sunny-bay.com. And happy holidays from Sunny Bay.
Dance Alive National Ballet presents Phantom, A Tale of Obsession on Saturday, October 30th at 2 p.m. and at 7:30 p.m. at the Curtis M. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts in Gainesville. It is a world of love and obsession, good versus evil, the classic love triangle. What better for Halloween? Funding is provided in part by Visit Gainesville, Alachua County, a grant from the City of Gainesville Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Department. Details and ticket information at dancealive.org.
Seems like everyone's looking for BOGOs these days, but only Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens goes the BOGO one better. A mix and match BOGO on a whole bunch of your favorites. Just listen. Mix and match honeysuckle, hibiscus, Hawaiian Thai, shooting star, oleander, a whole lot more, all in the big number 4 size. You mix them and you match them. You buy one, you get one free. That's this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. How about those crotons? They're perfect for fall, and the regular price is $12.99, but just $9.99 this week at Bob Wine's. Those orange bird of paradise are bursting in bloom. Not $49.99, just $39.99, and you've just got to see them. This week, head on over to Bob Wine's for fresh herbs starting at just $1.99. Check the ad. Head to Bob Wine's on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming location since 1952.
Hey there, I have a question for you. Is your roof asphalt and does it look like it needs replacement? Did you get quotes and were you in sticker shock? Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Started in 1975. It's Yendel's Building Materials. Whether you're making repairs, adding a room, or building a house, Yendel's constantly delivers excellent service and top quality materials and many of the tools and hardware you need to get the job done. At Yendel's, they take pride in supplying their customers with new and innovative products. Yendel's experience in truss design, manufacturing, and component materials is second to none. 834 North Magnolia Avenue in Ocala, 732-3000. Stop by to experience the difference.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him.